How's it, everybody? Welcome to another fun, amazing amateur cooking video with AKA Chef Shack. It has been a while and I'm quite excited to be back on this, backed by popular demand. My amazing followers and fans, thank you very much for supporting me through this difficult time of ours that we're experiencing. So hopefully you're all keeping well and safe, wearing your masks in public, social distancing. But yeah, so today what we're going to do is we're going to have a nice good old South African braai. I've got some nice loin chops and yeah, I mean, it's for a while people have been telling me, you know, a good recipe for braai, and I'm still yet to find that out, but I sort of managed to find a nice little shortcut. I don't know about you, but me, after a nice long hard week or long tiring day, I like to come kick back with a nice good old South African braai. So I actually find a quick and dirty approach to this. I'm a little bit lazy today to mix my own spices. It's still a work in progress, so watch out for my follow-up videos where I will show you how to make your own little spices for your braai. But what I've got here, and this is in most grocery stores, we have ourselves some nice little mixed herbs. Most spice shops have it, grocery stores, no worries, you will have that. We have some white vinegar. I'll tell you what we're going to do with that later. We've got some olive oil. We've got some Worcester sauce. Hey, you can't have a braai without Worcester sauce, right? And this is our mix, our braai mix. I can tell you what's basically in here, and you can make it yourself, which I will do in my subsequent videos, so please keep on following me. For all my new fans, for all my new followers, thank you very much for joining. Hopefully this whets your appetite a little bit and keeps you following me. Great. So what's in here is a braai mix. It's a very good braai mix. Smells great. It's a mixture of black pepper, paprika. You probably got some other weird and wonderful spices in here. Some little bit crushed chilies, I think. Definitely. So yeah, it's a very good mix. And yeah, you've got also, not forgetting the most important ingredient, some salt. You also get a nice braai salt that you can put drizzle over your meat. And more importantly, you get yourself a nice good piece of loin chops. As you can see, I get some nice little thick cuts over here. You want to have a nice thick cut with some long on the side, some good piece of fat, and you'll see why when we braai, why this comes out quite nice. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to get right into it. We're going to start marinating it, and this is where we'll start off with drizzling some olive oil. The reason we're going to have some oil is to sort of, you know, have your marinade stick, your mixed herbs stick. I mean, without it, you know, it'll fall over, because when you put it onto the fire, you know, it'll sort of fall out. So I'm going to drizzle some over, and here, guys, don't of course put too much, because, you know, oil is quite flammable, so when you put it in your fire, you don't want it to sort of burn up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get that going. I got a nice little mixing it up nicely, and now I'm not going to be shy with the spices. So I could take a teaspoon here, but you know, you want to get your hands dirty for this, because this is going to be great. You want to get it all nice, rub it in. You want to rub it in nice and thick, I suppose. That's the right word. You want to get it all over. And this is the important part, because a nice good marinade, you could smell those flavors, you know, and this will sort of stick. You know, I'm just drizzling for now, just to get it all over. So I mean, yeah, you can go down to your butcher, ask him for a nice good cut. Choose your pieces if you have to. But yeah, I mean, I like it with some fat on the side. You know, when you're busy grilling it on the fire, you will see that sizzle up. And of course, your fire is the most important thing for this, because you want to have a nice, not too hot, not too cold fire, because you want to also at the same time get it to just crisp up. You know, you get a nice little char grilled chalk. You know, you have a where it's still nice and moist on the inside, and you will see the nice bubbling up, all the fat bubbling up on the sides. So I'm just going to busy marinate it. Put in more of this mix. Get it going in nicely. I'm also going to throw in a little bit of dazzle or drizzle some of these. My hands are all messed up. Look at that. You can even smell that flavor. Bit of Worcester sauce. See, it gives a nice little texture as well. You can smell that flavor. The mixed herbs I'm not going to throw in just yet. As I'm putting it on the fire, you'll see towards the end, and this is where the white vinegar comes in handy. You know, you drizzle that during the fire, during the braai, and it actually adds moisture to it, so you don't end up burning the meat. And this is where you'll see me dazzle some of this mixed herbs in. So I'm just going to continue mixing and rubbing this thing in. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit more spice to it. When I'm done, you will see what it looks like. Okay guys, so I'm done marinating it. I'm going to leave it in to soak for a while. It's good when you leave it in, it absorbs all the flavors, get all the juices flowing in it. I'm going to go check on my fire, and like I said, important for this, for your meat to come out nice, well crisp and still tender on the inside. You're going to have a nice combination of some hot fire, medium, and basically no fire. 3 separate sections. Reason for that is that you know, you want the heat to get the meat going, to braai it up, you know, get a little bit of charcoal in it, and then you want to sort of simmer it down so it can crisp on the outside. You see your fat also, you know, getting done nicely, because I mean you want to have that fat nice and crisp as well. And then when you're ready to keep it cool and just leave it to soak in all the flavors, and this is where you throw in a bit of some mixed herbs and some vinegar in it as well. This is where you keep it down to cool, and this is where the section where you don't have any fire will be quite nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this to chill for a bit. I'm going to throw in some mixed herbs just to get a bit of flavor in it as well. You know, just leave it to soak it up. As you can see, this looks amazing. It looks brilliant. If I must say so, for amateur, for myself, this is pretty darn good. So yeah, guys, I will catch up with you in a bit. I'm gonna go check on the fire and see you guys shortly. How's it, guys? Welcome back. So I'm here now by my fire. We just had a crazy downpour now. As you can see, the sun is sort of gone. And yeah, but still, that's not gonna dampen our spirits. I got the fire going again. As you can see here, I got 3 sort of different sections. One with high heat, not too high. One with medium heat, where sort of reduce the charcoal, and I get one basically with absolutely no charcoal at all, but slight heat because of the way it's shaped, and the heat's going all over. But this is what I was talking about. You know, you have a nice sort of 3 different portions, so you can play around with your meat to make sure that, you know, it doesn't get overdone, doesn't get burnt, and able to crisp it, and at the same time, you know, keep it nice and tender in the inside. So this is what it sort of looks. It's nice and marinated nicely. As you can see, it's sort of spread up all over. It's a nice, good, chunky piece of meat. It smells delicious. It's like, I'm biting to it right now. It's brilliant, brilliant. So I'm going to start putting it in, and yeah, you probably wouldn't hear the nice little sizzle happening. Wow, can you hear that? Brilliant. Brilliant, magnificent, awesome. I can even smell the flavor. It's brilliant. Wow, wow. So, wow, superb, superb. Almost makes me doesn't want to put any more spice, rather leave it. So I'm going to keep this thing on for a while and let it get done nice. You can hear that sizzle. So there's a bit of a slow heat, not, like I said, not too hot. I mean, you'll be able to keep your hand here for a while. you can see, it's quite nice. Not getting burnt. Yeah, it's good heat. Nice. Get done slowly. Wow, this is awesome. So I'm going to turn this over a bit. Wow, look at it. Can you see the fat bubbling up there? Look at it. It's getting done nicely. Wow, awesome. Oh, look at it. Magnificent. Magnificent. This is brilliant. Look at it. Look at it. You can smell it. It's even starting to get a little bit brown. Nicely done. I'm just going to keep it on the... Oh wow, look at it. So we're going into it, you can see it sizzling nicely. Fire is still nice and hot. Right temperature. This thing's starting to cook nicely as well, or braai I should say. And maybe at this point in time you now want to sort of start drizzling some of the vinegar on. And that's going to keep things a little bit tender as well, and also throw in a bit of spice. Doesn't get burnt. There you go. Like to dab this thing on as well. Soaks in nicely. It's brilliant. Look at it. Look at it. Awesome. You can smell this thing. It's succulent. I can't wait to bite into this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to move it across to the what do you call this, where it's not so hot anymore, with less heat. Because now I want you to sort of crisp up a little bit. So I want it to get burnt. Just want it to crisp up. And you see later again I will put it back, let the fat get done a little bit more. Maybe just dab it a little bit again, get some vinegar on it, dab it nicely there, keep it nice and moist. Some of this as well. You don't have too much of it, and just trying to keep it light, a little bit of spice. Okay. Now I'm going to leave this in here for a while. I'm going to let it get nice and brown. Hopefully it's still nice and soft and tender. And we'll try to bite into it sometime soon.
Go.
Okay, so I'm going to move it out to the side now. And I think this looks delicious. And got nice and char grilled. And I think I'm ready for the taste of it. I just want to put it in my mouth and bite it, but it's a little bit too hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little preview here. Maybe you want to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, let's do this. Wow, look at it. Nice and soft, tender. Look at it. Brilliant. Look at that color. It's awesome. And now for the taste. Mmm. 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 Forget it. Forget it. Mmm. Mmm. Guys, this is amazing. Amazing. I want to bite into the fat. Now this is what you call a good piece of chop. braai is amazing. So unfortunately, this is all I have for today. I'm gonna now dig into this. I'm gonna enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following.